Hey guys, it's Penny Pinching Granny, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Let's see. That's a little bit better. Alrighty. I know you're wondering what happened to Wednesday's video. I only put that video up for a short time because I was answering questions from some subscribers. So it was up for a short time. I had over, I think it was 7,500 views. I only had about 5 negatives, so that was very, very good. You guys were very understanding, very supportive. I did have questions about, does that $11 include food? I mean, come on guys, I'm good, but I'm not that good. I told you at the beginning that I am on assistant programs that I can get. But anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go over some mail. Someone sent me the book I've been looking for since before Christmas. I've been checking used bookstores and thrift stores and couldn't find it. I had already started reading another book, and as soon as this come in, I was like, yay! I put the other book down and started this one. Thank you. This is from Florida. Such a pretty card. Let's see if I can show you the inside of it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Whoops, got it upside down, sorry. It's beautiful. You see it sideways? There you go. That is so pretty, thank you. I appreciate all my cards and letters. This one is from South Carolina. Thank you. This one is from Pennsylvania. From California. I miss riding a bike. I used to ride 15 miles every day and I miss it. Can't ride them anymore. This is from Texas. And this one is from New York. And this one is from Ohio. And I got a care package from a friend of mine in New York. We've been pen pals for over 3 years. We get in touch with each other at least 2 or 3 times a week, either through email or regular mail. But she sent me a care package. Look, she makes these hot pads. And she also made this. I used to crochet years ago, but my hands, I just can't do it anymore. Thank you. And she sent lotion and a 31 bag. And a book. She said this is a really good book. It's a true story of hope. Thank you. And some things from my purse. A little lint roller, and this is lip oil. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks to all you guys. Appreciate everything. Oh yeah, I have one more piece of mail here I wanted to show. Now this lady sent a menu that she had done for a friend of hers, and yes, the menu is good. And it was nice of you to take the time to try to help your friend out. But this is from Washington. Thank you. She sent a sales paper from her town, so I thought maybe on the next video we would go over her sales paper versus my sales paper, because people have complained they can't find the deals I do. I don't expect you to find the deals I do. I live in a different town. I would love to find the deals that Amanda from Fundamental Home finds. She has a discount grocery store there, and she finds fantastic deals. I would love to find those deals, but I'm not willing to drive 2 hours to find those deals. So your deals are going to differ from store to store. You just have to keep an eye out and watch out for the markdowns. Learn when they mark down. Every store is going to be different, but you can find deals. Not my deals, but your deals. So we're going to go over on the next video. I'm going to compare that sales paper that she sent. We don't have, I think it was from, let me look, Safeway, I believe. Let's see. Now this is from Washington, and it's, let me find the name of the store. Yeah, Safeway. Now we don't have a Safeway, so I'm just going to compare it with Bilo's because that's where I go the most. And I didn't get a food line paper this week to compare it to, so we'll do that on the next video. But someone asked me about my electric bill being so high. I have a tight house. This house was built in '84, and it's built very tight. But my electric company is not local. This one, for some reason, the local company does only the county, and they let this company come into town. Well, before I even start using electricity, I have a yard light, so $12 come off for the yard light, and then they charge an extra $15 in fees and connection fees just for connecting in. So before I use any lights, I am paying $25, $26. I have kept up over the years, and I have used the same amount of electricity. And at first it started costing me about $50, between 40 and 50. Now it's at 100 if you take off the fee for connection. And I use between 800 and 1,000 kilowatts. Now people have suggested ways to cut down, and the thing I didn't know about was the calling in the electric company and see about the low income discount. I am going to do that. But I do these things already. I unplug appliances I'm not using. I use small appliances. In other words, instead of turning on the oven for a small thing, I've got a little toaster oven the kids bought me one year for Christmas. I use that. I use the microwave when possible. I use my crock pot. I don't cook that much anymore, so the stove is not a problem. As far as washing clothes, I know dryer pulls a lot. I only wash clothes 2-3 times a month. So, because I wear my clothes more than one day unless I get really dirty or unless the dog has an accident throwing up or something. As far as LED, I do have LED lights. The LED lights I bought, I happened to be at a Bi-Lo's in upstate South Carolina. I was visiting someone, and I walked into Bi-Lo's before I came home to see what they had. They had a table full of discounted stuff, and it was marked $3 for $1. Well, on that table was light bulbs, kids' toys, paper plates, well, not paper plates, styrofoam plates. I forget what else. But anyway, I had a few dollars to spend, so that was back years ago. So I picked up a few things. I got up to the register. Well, the stuff was ringing up for 1 penny each. So I went back and I bought about 50 light bulbs. So I have got LED light bulbs. I have supplied me and my mom in light bulbs for the past few years, and I still got a drawer full because they last a long time. I think they said that the LED lasts 20 times longer than the incandescent bulbs. I believe that's what they said. So I do have LED. Now, I watch Prepper Princess, and she uses the solar light bulbs. And she bought them off of Amazon. I think they were like 2 for $14 or 2 for $16. You can check her. You need to check her channel out anyway. She's got some good ideas. But when I have the money, I want to order about 4 of them and put those around the house for nighttime. And I do have the little battery-operated candles that I bought on clearance that they have a timer on them, and they'll burn for like 6 hours at night. I have those, and I have night lights. I don't sit around with the lights on. I cut lights off when I leave a room. Some of my family drives me nuts because when they come in, they leave every light in the house on, and I'm right behind them cutting them off. Time I cut them off, they go back and cut them on and leave them on again. I don't. I cut my lights off. I keep my thermostat up or down depending on the weather. I close and open my blinds whether I need the sun to stay out or I need the sun to come in. I take advantage of that. I use space heaters. If it's really, really cold, instead of running my furnace to heat the whole the whole house, I go in my room where I have everything I need, TV, bed, rocking chair, bathroom, and I just run a little space heater and I stay in there. And my dad used to do that, and he said he noticed his light bill dropped $40 because he had a space heater in the living room, a space heater in the kitchen. So whichever room he was in, he turned the space heater on, and it saved him $40 a month, he said. Another thing is to watch for peak hours or off hours. It's cheaper to do things on off hours. Now, I don't know exactly when they would be, but I would assume they would be like around midnight to early morning, I would assume. If you are on assistance, the state, if you're willing to stand in line for it, will help you pay one light bill a year. In my case, I would have to go to another town, and I would have to stand in line for an hour or two, and I'm not able to stand in line that long, so I don't go. As far as going back to your dryer, instead of using your dryer, you can hang up your clothes or hang them on a rack on the inside. And then maybe just fluff them up for 5 minutes in the dryer, which I have done. So that's another way to save money. Another thing to do, if you think your light bill is too high, have your meter checked. They also do a free energy assessment of your house. Most light companies will. So have them check your house, and they can tell you where your leaks are at, whether it's around windows or doors or so forth. Now, they've put in these new 5G meters, which I'm kind of leery about, but anyway, they're supposed to let you know when you're using most electricity, so we'll see. We'll see how that works. If you live in a big town, a friend of mine does, and their electric companies, since they have more than one, they compete. She can get a lower rate at one, she goes to that company for a while, and then she switches back to the other company. Or she could, for example, if I had somebody to compete with here, I would call my power company and say, hey, this power company is offering me so-and-so per kilowatt. Will you do that too? And sometimes the companies will reduce theirs to keep you as a customer if you've been a good customer. So that's my way of saving on electric. And I'm sure I've missed some things. But I do go over to Prepper Princess and watch her. And I have another channel. I want to recommend her, and I want you to tell them that Penny Pinch and Granny sent you over there. It's called Blessed In Bowie, and I'll put it in the description below. I like her. She's just down to earth. She's, I think, in Texas, but I like her channel. So go check her out. And before I go, Liz from Australia, I have lost your email address. I have been meaning to email you, but I can't because I can't find your address. Please send it to me. Okay, guys, this is it for today. This is Penny Pinch and Granny. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you.